Here we go, folks. It's time for Twitter reaction to Aberdeen 3, Celtic 3 at Pittodrie. Before we get started today, I have to tell you about our sponsors, OneFootball. The OneFootball app has everything that you need in a football app. Line-up notifications, goal alerts, league tables from all over the world. You name a league table and you'll find it there on the OneFootball app. You can create widgets. You can keep up to date with all of the Celtic-related news, because you set Celtic as your favourite team and you get push notifications as soon as any news breaks. You can keep up to date with all the news across world football. You can keep tabs on any team's forum. All you need to do is search them in the app. You can find them, look at the league forum, the European forum, look at it by competition breakdown. You name it, it's all on the app. You can download it by clicking the link in the description of this video. It's a great way to support the channel. It is free to download. That's the best thing about the OneFootball app. It's absolutely free, and let me know what you think of it. We'll start today with Patrick Murphy, 89. Overall, it's just not good enough. Lacking creativity and drive. Lille up next, and we'll likely lose that one too. Lennon doesn't have it. El Yunusi definitely doesn't have it. Duffy should go back to Brighton. We've lost our spark entirely. 3 games in a bounce now. 2 defeats and a draw today. Lost more ground. I think the performance today is just a mess. It's a mess from start to finish. We want to see a reaction after back-to-back defeats at Celtic Park. In the first half, we seen nothing. We didn't see in. We seen Olivier Cham, who was probably one of the better players in the first half. He hit the post for about 40 yards. That was all we really done to trouble the Aberdeen goal. And then he goes and gives away the stupid penalty before half-time. But we've done nothing, and that's with a 4-2-3-1. That's with a midfield that doesn't have Scott Brown, which a lot of people have bemoaned in recent months, that he slows the play down and we kind of lack a creativity when he's there. That was without that. We had McGregor and Cham and Vogic in midfield. They done nothing creatively in the first half. I know as the game went on in the second half, McGregor and Vogic linked up well. We scored a good goal. Vogic set up Griffiths for the second one. But these problems are way deeper than formation. We're just a mess at the minute. There's no getting away for that. Ian Thompson, we should play the Benny Hill theme tune when Duffy and I are trying to defend. It's the defending is just a disgrace now. Like, Shane Duffy makes that error. He could play it out. He could give it back to the goalkeeper. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's trying to hook it over his head. I don't even know what he's trying to achieve there. I don't know if the shirt looks too heavy for Shane Duffy since he's came in, because he's been really poor and he's making basic errors. I don't know if the pressure is getting to him, but he's certainly not the no-nonsense defender that we all thought we were recruiting. I think there's another, obviously, Ayer, when the ball comes into the box for Aberdeen's second goal, Ayer's not close enough to Cosgrove either. I think we need to get Julian back in there, but I just think defensively as a team right now, we look like we can concede goals at any minute. There's no getting away for that, and that's to do with the setup of the team, the coaching of the team, and that's a big worry for us. Mike at Arthur_B91. The first 2 goals were obviously awful individual errors. That's frustrating, but the third goal was an absolute comedy of errors. A minute to go and no one lays a glove on the Aberdeen player, dribbling towards the edge of the box, and everyone horribly out of position after he passes the ball. The third goal is just, it's shocking. Scott Wright dribbles the ball past 3 or 4 players. Everybody's kind of getting dragged towards him without putting in any tackles. That's why when he plays the ball, we're all at sea. Hedges cuts it back, McLennan cuts inside McGregor, and McGregor gives away a stupid foul. McGregor gave away stupid fouls the whole game today, but he knew that when McLennan got inside him, he had basically an open goal because Bain's scrambling to get back in. And there's no doubt it's a penalty, but we're just all over the place defensively. There's no getting away for that. Andy Boy, 69, 3 absolute gifts for Aberdeen today. Players ultimately to blame for that, and we'll follow that up with Bina. How can Lennon legislate for Encham being clumsy, Duffy not putting the ball out, and McGregor needlessly kicking a player in the box? Scoring 3 goals away should be enough to beat any team. What both A tweets are saying there is that today individual defensive errors cost us the game. That's true, but when that happens in a pattern, and it happens week after week, and you're in a terrible run of form and the team look shell-shocked, like they look, there's just like a malaise over them, then that's the buck stops with the manager for me. There's no getting away that the buck stops with the manager. You can look at any team in football, anytime they go through a bad bit of form where the manager's position comes under scrutiny, people make mistakes. That's what they do. But where do those mistakes come from? They come from the setup of the team being wrong. They come from the team being dragged into positions that they don't know how to deal with. They don't know how to reorganise themselves. Or, as I say, defensively, they're not set up well enough. And that's what we're seeing. We've seen it this whole season. So far, 2 or 3 months into it, we've seen that. The players don't look like they have any attacking structure, any distinct plan of how to build attacks. I know we scored 3 goals today, but we didn't really have brilliant attacking spells of play. We weren't moving the ball brilliantly. There wasn't any theme, there wasn't any pattern in the attacks. We didn't, in the first half, work the ball into the box at all. We kept going out wide to the fullbacks and it wasn't working. Then McGregor plays a 1-2 with Rogic, we score a good goal. And then we drop back out it, we go behind again. And then we work the ball into the box again. Rogic plays it into Griffiths. Griffiths buys half a yard, smashes it into the top far corner before Joe Lewis can even blink. That's a goal that deserves to be in the winning team today. But having said that, even though we get the penalty straight afterwards, I don't feel like we're playing well attacking wise either. And it seems daft to say that when you've scored 3 goals today. But the attacking structure of the team isn't working. The defensive structure of the team's not working. And people are making errors. Yes, people are making errors. But when that happens week after week after week, it's about the organisation of the team, it's about the coaching of the team, and it's about the motivation of the team. And right now, we're in a bad place. We need a huge momentum shift. I know a lot of fans are, certainly on Twitter, which is, this video is about what fans are thinking on Twitter. They don't have a way of expressing how they feel because we're not attending games just now. There is a lot of people like calling for Neil Lennon to go. I'm not fully there yet because I think, for one, I don't know who the board would bring in halfway through a season with somebody else's players, with no pre-season, with no winter break, and the biggest pressure season domestically that Celtic will ever face. I don't know what kind of manager is out there who can come in and under all of those circumstances and who's dealt with any pressure like that before. And the board backed Neil Lennon at the end of the season when he took over for Brendan Rodgers in 2018, 2019. They backed him. They botched the process. He was their man. And I don't think it's bad enough yet where they'll go back on that decision. I think it's going to have to get worse before the board would ever consider letting Neil Lennon go. But at the end of the day, the manager and the players and the board, the whole club, has to take responsibility for the fact that things aren't working at the minute, and they need to accept their criticism. They need to accept the criticism of supporters, because what we're watching right now isn't good enough. And the tilt we're making at 10 in a row and the biggest domestic season in our history has been whimper. It's been an absolute whimper so far, and that needs addressed. That's it for today. Like the video, comment with your own thoughts below. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on Tuesday for the build up to Lille away in the Europa League. Thank you.